Good afternoon, everyone. So, we are in the subject economic subject, and here we are dealing with the second chapter calling as a collection of data. Till now, we have seen many of the concepts from this chapter. So, here till now, whatever the concepts we have discussed about the data collection, the mode of data collection of data, how we collect the data, we have seen. Then here the primary data and the secondary data we have discussed. Most probably in primary data it is a first hand data we saw. Secondary data it is a second hand data which has been collected by others and used by us. In this way we have ended with this part. Now further we are having few more concepts. Now we are going to see few of the concepts linked with this. As I am talking about the primary data and secondary data, we don't know anything about this both. We are going to distinguish here. We are going to see the difference between the primary data and the secondary data. For that purpose we will be looking after the concept here. Let's see what all the concept of primary data and secondary data means. Let's make the differentiation between these two. Now see here, the primary data is what and secondary data is what. The first differentiation point is the meaning. Now obviously we know that secondary first primary data and secondary data we have discussed, as we say that primary data is a first hand data or a fresh data collection, or secondary data is what, it is collected by someone and used by someone. That is what secondary data. This only is the meaning of the first differentiation we make here. In the form of meaning we can see that primary data refers to the first hand data gathered by the researcher himself, means those who require to do any of the survey, research, whatever he is doing or the project he is doing, he is going to collect the data on basis of him. He will be collecting. It will be a fresh data. It is a first-hand data which is collected by the investigator. We call that person investigator also. Then coming to the secondary data. Secondary data means data collected by someone else earlier. Means the other persons or other agencies or other investigators have collected the data and that we are using it. Now we saw in the secondary data it can be published or unpublished sources. Then in that it may be collected from any of the agencies that we will be referring through the publications. Okay, that is one of the meaning here. Then second point, data. Data is what? Real time data and past data. Now most probably here the differentiation is what? What you will be doing on yourself. It is real time data. It is what? It is a present data. You are gathering the information. Then whatever you are looking in the secondary data, in secondary data what happens? Most probably it is the past data. Now how we know that in our country the total population which has been census which has been done in the year 2011, on that basis we are going to tell. But now till now we have increased as compared to the 2001 data, the total population. Now our population has increased much more. Now next, most probably after 10 years the census data will be collected. In the next year we again may have the data collection. We may get a new picture of it, the new figures of the total population we may get in the next year when the next data census data will be collected. That is what the survey will be made. That time we are going to see here. So it is almost the past data. Secondary data is the past data. Then coming to the next, process. Process is what? Very involved, quick and easy. मतलब क्या होता है यहाँ पर? In the process, what happens? Very involved means you are personally collecting the data, means your involvement is there, right? Here you are involved in that for gathering the information. But in the secondary data it is very quick and easy. Why? Because just you go online, search on the Google, whatever the past data, whatever you require from the any of the agencies, all the information you will get online. That is what the easy and quick. But in the primary data you are going to be involved in that for long period of time. It is not a small thing or easily you can't gather the information, right? For that purpose, it is a involved process. Then sources. Now sources here. Obviously the source we are going to see. Here survey sources means survey you can do, or the observation you can do, or the experiments you can do. Then questionnaire is one of the option. Then personal interview, etc. These are the sources of gathering the information. You can go visit specific area and make the survey, right? That is what personal. Then nextly observation. By observation, how many total peoples are there, or number of houses in one of the village. That is what observation also can be. Experiment. Experiment means what? By looking after the people, or getting the experience by visiting, that you can get here. Then questionnaire. Obviously what we have seen in the previous sessions, the questionnaires are being prepared to ask in the personal interview as well as the mailing questionnaire or telephone interview. That is one of the part of it, primary data. Then secondly, personal interview. Your personal interview without any questions, you can't meet personally and come here. It is not meeting them personally, but after meeting them personally, getting the feedbacks or response which the questions you have been set out here. So that is what the source is, that is what primary which you collect. Then coming to the other side, secondary side, the government publications, website, books, journal articles, internal records, etc. These are the sources which you gather the information. Whatever the collection you have done, this may be, obviously the government is going to publish the total number of population of our country. Then coming to the government publication, and then websites. Obviously if you want to know the total population of our country or other country, you are not going to go there and make the survey and find out the total number of populations. Here you can go online and search on the website, you will get all the information. Or not only about that, the total population, any of the many of the articles, many of the researches which are been made, the projects which are been run in under that, you are going to get each and every information through the websites here. Then even journals are there. Journals like the financial sectors journals are there, then accounting related journals are there, marketing related, the concepts, whatever you are required or whatever you want to know in detail, that every part of the section or sector, the things are, the publications are being made, the articles are being made, that are the small researches which are being made here. Then internal records of any of the business concerns you can collect here. Then cost effective. See, obviously now whatever the information you are collecting, gathering, collecting the information, which is most easier or which is less expensive and more expensive, that we are going to see. Now in the personal interview, you are going to visit here normally from your place to other places where you are investigators work is what? To investigate, means interviewer. VV, you are going to meet here interviewee. You are the interviewer. Now you are going to visit their home or offices. Here, most probably here what happens here in the primary data, it is more expensive. Obviously, one thing you need to know here is it is more expensive. Then coming to the other side, it is economical. Means you are not going to make much of the expenses here. The cost effectiveness is very low here, while you may be having your computers or internet facilities. For that, the required cost is very less here. Then collection time, obvious. Now for personal interview, you are going to take long time. The selected peoples are not going to stay at one place. You are going to visit each and every corner of the area, and there you are going to collect the information. It contains long time. And secondary data, in short period of time you can gather the information, collect the information as per your research or whatever your project you are doing. The gathering the information is very easier. In a short period of time it can be made. Then specific. Here in the primary data, always specific to the researcher's need. Now specific means what? What research you are doing. Only it is collected and only it will be related to your project or research only. It is linked with for that purpose only. But coming to the other side, may or may not be specific to the researcher's need. Now whatever the information you are gathering, it will not be specific related to your project. It may be overall picture only. Whatever you have selected, the work or research, the article, what you are writing, it is not going to get all the information as specific to you. Why? Because it is a, here it is a website which you are using. Now specifically the information which you will be getting is this lump sum. It is big, huge information, right? You require short information for your project purpose. Whatever the project or research what you are doing, you require few of the information. But here you are not going to get only few. Here you are going to get a huge information. Then again your work will increase here. That is one of the things. So specific means what here? In the primary data, it will be specific to your research, but not in the secondary. It will be the whole information here. Then coming to the next, accuracy and reliability. Now, whatever the accuracy and reliable, see when you collect personally, you will be very satisfied with the work which has been done. The accuracy you can see, मतलब ये पक्का ये collected information सही है आप बोल सकते हो. Yes, you can say that that is what accurate. It is more accurate or reliable. Then coming to the secondary data, it is relatively less. You can't trust. The fake information also will be gathered now. Few of the time what happens, economical survey what they will be doing, few of the time what they do, they express or mention as per their need. Few of the time they will be visiting for the work, economic survey if they are doing, that time they will be visiting and collecting the information. Sometime the people will not be present there. That time next time again visiting the same place is not possible. For that purpose what they do, they as per their need they add up the information. That is what very relatively less it is. What accuracy and the reliability is very less here. So this is overall picture of the primary data and secondary data. Here you get this differentiation between the two things. In the primary data, it is always the first and the fresh data information gathered by you. Yes, for that what it is, most probably you will be reliable and accuracy will be there here. And obviously here it is more expensive. That is one of the point we can uh, see here. Then it takes lot of time to collect the information. That is every concept, everything, whatever you are doing the work, it has certain benefits as well as the drawbacks also. Now if you want to get more reliable things and then accuracy in your work or the research, then you can go with the primary data. And if you are not specifically linked or you don't want it relatively and reliable or the accuracy, you can go for the secondary data. You can add up your own things or else from the collect from the secondary data also. This is one of the thing here. So that is what we can see here. So these are the points which are presenting us the differences between the primary data as well as the secondary data here. So now after this, let's see the next part. Here a small pilot survey, the next concept what we are seeing here, it is a pilot survey. What we make, when we are going to collect the information, we conduct a pilot survey. This survey what it helps for you, I will tell you. In this survey you are to uh, make a small demonstration means pre-testing we call here. You are going to pre-test the questionnaire what you have collect made ready, that you are going to select few of the people, select few number of the people and send them for pre-testing. Pilot
Students in
survey is
college.
none other than the pre-testing we call here. What we call it is pre-testing, means before uh, distributing or gathering the information from everyone, you are going to test it from few selected people. Number of people will be very few. For example, 100 people you are going to collect the data, but before that the survey you are going to make it as a small questionnaire part you are going to make, and for few number of people you are going to check it out the questionnaire whatever it has been there, it is right or no, everyone can reply it or no. That thing we call here as a pilot survey. It is pre-testing questionnaire we can call here, or survey. See, let's see, before sending the questionnaire to the information, it should be pre-tested. Obviously before sending the questionnaire for gathering the information or collecting the information, you have to pre-test it, right? See, whenever you will be making cooking at your home, before the cooking is ready, you will be testing it, the test is good or no. Same like that you are going to test here. So it is what we call here pre-testing or pre-tested. As a result of its shortcomings, if any, can be removed. Such pre-testing is known as pilot survey. Now here if you are lagging behind or shortcomings are there, मतलब कुछ गलत हो गया हो या फिर कुछ ऐसे प्रॉब्लम हो, तो आप उसे करेक्शन कर सकते हैं, उसके बाद आप इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करने के लिए वो यूज कर सकते हैं. मीन्स व्हाट, इफ एनी ड्रॉबैक्स आर देयर regarding the questionnaire, if any mistakes have been detected, that you can correct here, and then you can for the collection of data you can distribute the questionnaire. That is one of the point here which you can know here. So we call this pre-testing as a pilot survey. We call this pilot survey. For few number of people we are going to send that questionnaire, and we are going to pre-test it before circulating the questionnaire for everyone. We are going to test that survey is known as pilot survey. Then see, further we are having few more things to know. A pilot survey is a preliminary survey used to gather information prior to conducting a survey on the large scale. Now whatever the information what we are gathering, collecting the information, the whole population's information what we are collecting, we have to demonstrate it. Demo means, for in this demo what you are going to do is preliminary survey. A small number of overall peoples, small number of people we are going to collect and select them and provide them this questionnaire and see that it is detective dedicative or no. Yes, in that we are going to see that prior conducting the whole information, before conducting the whole information you are going to test it. That testing, pre-testing is known as pilot survey here. Then pilot survey typically taken by a smaller group. Obviously a small group of people, you are in the whole group you are going to select few people, means smaller group of people you are going to select it. Then help determine efficiency of the future survey, while also helping organizations smooth out difficulties before administering the main survey. Now if you are planned collect the information, the whole of the information you are collecting in a large number of people's data, if you are collecting for any of the purpose, if whatever the survey or your research you are doing, research work you are doing, or the project whatever you are doing, if you want to collect a large number of people's information, that time what you are going to do is you are going to collect a or demonstrate a pilot survey. In that you are going to see the accuracy of this what the survey you are making, that accuracy you can see here, then the efficiency you can see, then you can go for the big one. So till now whatever the things are been done, this is the sample survey. Now in future what we are going to see is census and the sample survey. Now in this census means everyone know that the data which has been collected in the 10 year, after the 10 year, that is what here you can see here the last census of India was held in 2011. That I told you all. The total number of population, how we come to know the total population in the year 2011, how much was there? It has been told 1.64% change. Means in here we are seeing here the differentiation in this information. We can see 100 was 2001, 102.87%. At present, yeah, according to the census 2011, population of India was 121.09 crores. This many population was there in the 2011, but now it is 2020. Means now it has again increased to 135, nearby 135 crores of population we are having in India now, right? Here you can, in the census specifically, you come across with the previous data as well as present data. Before that, let's see what is this census survey. Census survey is also called as complete enumeration. We call this census survey as a complete enumeration as well. Then a survey which includes every element of the population. Now see how specifically they have defined this. A census, a survey which includes every element of the population is known as census or method of complete enumeration. Now here, go with the word here includes every element. Every element means what? When you will be gathering the information, the survey, the census survey, when you will be done, that time each and every information will be asked. For example, here I have written here demographic data. Now, how many people are there? Your birth rate you will be come to know, death rate you will come to know, then literacy rate, then employment. Like just I will give you a small example. Whenever the uh, people, Jangan, what in the Marathi somewhere they Ganti we call here. Ganti in Marathi or Kannada, few of the wordings are there that we call here. Every government school teachers will collect the information by visiting homes. What they do, they collect the information. How many number of people are present in your home? First, total numbers 15 are there. In that, it is joint family or undivided family. Now that is what joint family or divided family we can call here. It is how it is. Then in that, how many are literate? मतलब कितने लोग सीखे हैं? Literacy rate we will come to know. Then nextly, size of the population or composition of the population, whatever is been told. Then in that, how many are educated? That is what literacy rate we will come to know, right? Then how many are working, means employed? How many are old age peoples, then younger, then childs? How many are there? Small children are there? These information will be collected in the census survey. Yes, obviously now in one or 1 year you will be one more time the census survey will take place. It takes place in 10 years once it will be taken place. So here we can see here what all things we get from this census survey. Here we know that birth rates, death rates are there. You are going to get literacy rate, employment level, employment rate, then life expectancy, then size and composition of the population, etc. are collected and published by who publishes this? Government Registrar General of India. These people collects the information. This information is been presented or published in Registrar General of India. These people publishes this information, and so this information you can collect it from the websites. You can go through these websites, just go on Google and search it out, the total number of population present in India. You will get the present total number of populations here. Then even life expectancy rate, if you want to know, you can see. Then how many number of people are educated, literacy rate you can see here, uneducated, employment rate you can see. Now unemployment rate has been increased. Even you can see that. Compare the things. In previous, how many people were employed, and now how many people are unemployed. Now due to this COVID pandemic, Here we are, many of the people are employed now. Many of the companies or the industries have removed out their workers. Now they are unemployed. Most probably more than 24% of the people are unemployed now. Now the present unemployment rate I am telling you. So even you can go through the website or the online, you can see the information. This all information is available here. Then let's see the further thing. The last census of India was held in 2011. In the year 2011 it was collected. Census survey was made. Then according to the census 2011, population of India was 121.09 crores, which was 102.87 crores in 2001. See how our population has been increasing. In the screen you can see the slide. In the year 2011 it was 121.09 crores, but in the 2001 it was 102.87 crores. Then in the year 1901, census 1901 indicated that the population of the country was 23.83 crore, only 23.83 crores. See what is the difference between this 100 years, how much population has been increased here. Yes, by seeing the picture, the figures in the slides, you can come to know how much the growth rate has been increased here. Now most probably the government is taking strict action towards this to control the total population. Why? Because whatever the area what we are having in our geography, here it is less for this many number of people. In the urban cities, I will tell you, small 10 by 10 rooms are there. 10 by 10 rooms, in that 4 to 5 people are staying. How they are managing? They cook there, they stay there. How they manage everything? 10 by 10 room, it is very difficult. So here government is taking many of the initiatives to control this, right? Then see, next move further. Since then, in the period of 110 years, now from 1901 to 2001, this let us consider 2010, till this, the total population of country has been increased by 97, more than 97 crores. Obviously, now see, compare the things. In 100 crores, sorry, 110 years, they are nearly 100 crore population has been increased. I mean, 97 is only 3 crores population less it is. So it is 100 crore of the population has been increased. In what sense that much of the population has been increased? Why? Because here the death rate has fallen down here. In the previous, the death rate was very low. Obviously, we have seen in the previous sessions, like the Indian economic development chapters, we have gone through it. In that, we saw that nearly 32 to 44 years was the life expectancy rate. After that, due to the diseases of the air, diseases or water diseases, the death rate was more that time. But now, see, at nearly 97 crore population has increased in this 110 years. 97 crores. The average annual growth rate of population is 2.2% per year. Now 2.2% per year, the total population is been increased per year. In the decade 1971 to 81 came down. See, in the in between, in the year 1971 to 81, that time, now at on an average 2.2% of the growth is happening in the population. But in the year, in the 1971 to 81, only that 10 years, the population was fallen down. The growth of population was 1.97 per year percent. In the year 1991 to 2001, 1.64% during 2001 to 2011. See, this is what the percentage rate. Now, as per the government has taken many of the actions to control the population. Now, the on an average, what the growth of the average of the population is there, that is, it is falling down. Most probably from 2.2 percent, it has fall down to 1.64%. Now what the government is doing, the schemes has been taken out. What? Hum do hamare do. Few of the families in the previous sessions, few of the families are there where they were having 4 to 5 children, one family. Due to that, the population was increasing. But now, in the few decades, now nearly 10 to 20 years, now we are seeing the population rate has, means the population growth rate has come down. See here in the information, you can see here whatever the information is there till now present in the year 2001 to 11, how much it is? 1.64. That is what the growth rate has come down. So what the government is doing, that is the reducing, not reducing, controlling the population. So we can see here. For today's session, this many concepts are enough. Pilot survey and the census survey. Now next concept we will be dealing towards a sample survey. Let's see what the sample survey means. In that sample survey, presentative, non-presentative sample survey will be there. That we will be conducting in the next session. So for today's session, we will be stopping till here. Then remaining we will be continuing in the next session here. Okay. So till now whatever we have discussed, if you all are having any of the doubts, you can raise the points here. अगर आपको कुछ डाउट्स वगैरह है तो आप पूछ सकते हो. Yes, any of the
No.
doubts are there? No. No doubts for anyone? Okay, fine. No, no, no. Everyone's answer is no. Good. Then you are ready for the examination tomorrow? See, economics oral test will be there. Now, randomly, I may call up anyone's name so that you are going to see what's the reason behind taking census survey in some certain years. Most probably every year we can't collect the, so you can't collect the information. Why? Because it requires long time period, right? See, let's consider one small village is there, 500 or 5,000 homes are there. To collect that information, the people required teaching, means teacher, government teachers will be most probably in the village, 10 to 12 teachers will be there. 5,000 homes, visiting them, at least they require 1 to 2 months, they require collect all the information, and even they have to submit or upload to the or give to the higher authorities, right? For that purpose, it requires long time. And if they are doing, leaving the school, if they started to do this only every year, what will be the situation of the schools then? So for that purpose only, they have decided in the, after 10 years, we are going to collect the, make the census survey here. For that purpose, that long time period is taken into consideration. It is not a short time. अगर हर साल करते गए तो उसका टाइम कितना लगेगा आप सोचो. लेकिन एक जरिया है हम लोगों को टोटल पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज हो रहा है या डिक्रीज हो रहा है पता चल सकता है. कैसे बताओ? आप बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट तो निकालते हो. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट का निकालना मतलब क्या? एक एडिशन हो गया आज के पॉपुलेशन में. अभी डेथ सर्टिफिकेट निकाल रहे हो, इसका मतलब क्या? एक कम हो गया हमारे पॉपुलेशन से. इससे हम लोगों को अपडेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन मिलता है. लेकिन सेंसस सर्वे की वजह करने की वजह से क्या होता है, आपको सभी डिटेल्स पता रह सकते हैं. जैसे कि डिटेल्स कौन से पता रहते हैं आपको? मोस्ट प्रोबेबली एजुकेटेड कितने हैं, अनएजुकेटेड कितने हैं, लिटरेसी रेट, उसके बाद एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट पता चलता है कि नहीं? तो ये सभी यहाँ पर इंफॉर्मेशन हम लोगों को मिलता है, इसीलिए हम लोग सेंसस सर्वे बहुत लॉन्ग टाइम पीरियड के बाद ही करते हैं। वो मतलब हर साल तो हो नहीं सकता, क्योंकि वो टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है ना, तो उस वजह से 10 साल में एक बार होता है। The reasons it takes long time period, that is what the big reason to make the survey after 10 years, right? नहीं है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है। ओके फाइन, तो कल के क्लास के लिए रेडी हो जाओ। कल सुबह आपका अकाउंटेंसी एग्जाम रहेगा 9 से 10, उसके बाद आपको दूसरा जो ओरल एग्जाम रहेगा, मैं आप